Hi, this is Gordon Mah Ung with Maximum PC Magazine. This month we've rounded up 5 powerful small form factor PCs for a shootout in an upcoming magazine. What's a small form factor PC? That's a good question because in the old days everybody knew what a small form factor machine was. But this month when we asked the vendors to send us 5 small form factor machines, we got a very interesting array of hardware. With that being said, let's have a look at the 5 contenders. When most people think small form factor, this is what they think of. The classic shuttle form factor, which apparently is where the term originally came from. This is Cyberpowers LAN Party Evo. This machine, though the size of a bread box, actually packs a Core i7 2600K at 3.4 gigahertz and a GeForce GTX 580, as well as an SSD and a hard drive. That's a lot of power considering what you used to get in a small form factor machine. Very small, very quiet. But we also have the even more impressive Falcon Northwest Fragbox. This machine basically has the same processor, the favorite 2600K, but this one is overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz, and instead of one GTX 580, it has 2 in SLI, as well as, of course, the SSD and hard drive. That's a lot of power. Really not much bigger, actually. Also, both of these machines are incredibly quiet for what you're getting. Very portable. You can take them to your LAN party or your friend's house. But what else can you get in a small form factor machine? This, heavy beast, is AVA Direct's small form factor box. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger than these other two, but inside this, they have a Core i7 990X, a hexa-core processor. It's overclocked from 3.46 gigahertz up to 4.4 gigahertz using a massive Mega Halem cooler. The really surprising part about this machine, though, is it also has 2 cards. But it has 2 ATI Radeon HD 6990 cards. That's 2 dual GPU cards in a machine not much bigger than this Falcon Northwest machine. But it gets better. This is Origin's new, I believe it's called the Chronos. You know, you've seen this case before. It's Silverstone's FT03 tower case. A lot of people say, well, is that really a small form factor machine? Well, I would make the argument that it is, because if you actually look at this machine, the footprint is actually smaller than these 3 other machines. Inside, of course, they're not giving up anything. This has a Core i7 2600K overclocked to 4.7 gigahertz, as well as a pair of SSDs in RAID, a hard drive, and 2 GTX 590 cards. That's 2 NVIDIA dual GPU cards. That's a hell of a lot in this machine. In fact, to try to help keep this machine cool, Origin actually had to drill holes in the back of the case to ventilate it, just to keep those dual cards going. But of course, there's even more. Let me make a little space here. This is Cyberpowers LAN Warrior 2. Inside, it's very similar to the Origin. It has a 2600K overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz with turbo boost on, taking it up to, I believe, 4.8, 4.9. 2 590 cards, RAID 0 SSDs, and as well as a 3 terabyte hard drive Blu-ray burner. But of course, the big question is this really a small form factor machine? I mean, obviously, your classic small form factor box is this big. Does this really qualify as a small form factor box? It's actually one of the questions we have to address for our roundup. But interestingly, if you actually look at the volume of this machine, it's roughly the same as this AVA Direct and this Origin. So it's pretty tricky as to how you really define a small form factor machine these days. But I'll tell you, the amount of hardware you're getting in these machines is incredible. I mean, you're looking at dual GPU cards, way overclocked Sandy Bridge processors, hexa-core processors overclocked, water-cooled, everything basically that you're getting in a tower PC shrunk down into basically 2,000 cubic inches, which is pretty incredible. I really don't know which of these machines is going to win. Hopefully you'll come back to the website to find out when we announce the results. That's all we have for now. This is Gordon Mah Ung with Maximum PC. Come back to MaximumPC.com for more news.